Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another video by yours truly. If you're new to the channel, hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Super Sam. I'm joking. My name is Sipho Sam, or rather popularly known as Ukohle Tutuga. And this is my channel. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like what you see, please do subscribe. Comment down below and like the video and share it with your friends and family. It does a lot for the channel. If you're a returning subscriber or a new subscriber, hello fam, Molocho. I hope you're good. Thank you so much for joining me once again in another video. So on today's video, I will be doing an exciting project that I've been meaning to do. I will be doing a DIY. I'll be revamping this plastic storage unit system to this. I'll post a video somewhere here. So I want to achieve that look, right? So I'm doing this for my nail products. Currently they're very poorly stored, so I wanted something that's affordable, but I could zhuzh up a bit to suit my current office or studio setting, right? So I saw this online and I'm hoping, crossing fingers, that it will come together or be something close to what I saw. So on this video, I'll be using this contact paper. If you watched my whole video, I did list all of these products there, except these two, right? I'd forgotten about these actually. I bought these and I just noticed now that they're not the same color. I'm hoping that won't, be a problem. I'll see, God. But yeah, I got these at one at Brighton, one at Boulders. I got the one at Boulders quite a while back, so I can't remember the price, but at Bright is like it's 90 rands, right? And then I have this baby over here. Right, so yeah, let's get into this DIY video. So what we are going to need for this project is gloves, so that we don't stain our nails. What do you call this thing? sanding paper. Yeah, sanding paper. Because the salesperson at Brights advised if I want the spray paint to stay and not move, I should first sand whatever surface I'm going to be applying the spray paint in, and then only apply the spray paint. Right, so that's why I have sandpaper, scissors, and a cutter. I couldn't find a cutter here, so I just used a knife. So here I'm just sanding one of the pillars, right? So these black things are the pillars of the stand. I was so lazy to like assemble everything, then tear it down, and then do this process again. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, this is, or rather these are the pillars of the stand, right? So as you can see that I am sanding the pillars, right, to prepare it for the spray application. And right here I am spraying the spray paint onto the stand. Guys, please don't be like me. Like before I did this, I didn't do like thorough research, planning, or preparation and stuff. I just knew that I wanted to have this done, and I did it, right? So yeah, a lot of things were a trial and error while I was actually filming. So if you can see here, as I mentioned before, the colors are not the same. One is bronze and then the other is more yellow gold, right? So I don't know whether I made the right decision, but I went for the other type of gold. You'll see the other gold that I'm talking about. You see, this is more copper. Okay, and then here I'm just going in with another shade of gold, the more yellow gold color, and I thought this one would work better, right, for my studio, so I stuck with this gold color instead of the bronze. Tell me, guys, did I make the right decision? Because like later on in the video I do feel like it's a bit too gold, right? But yeah, please watch the video and then you'll see at the end how it looks. So after the second pillar, I soon realized that it's going to be a job and a half having to sand down everything and then respray it again. So I just continued without sanding the pillars. So I decided to place a black bag on top of the balcony, as you can see, where the other stands are sitting, so that they can air dry in the meantime while I'm busy with the others, right? So as you can see, I'll spray paint this one and then place it with the others so that they can dry, right? So this is very risky because I live on the 3rd floor. If these were to fall, it would have been a disaster. But luckily there wasn't wind this night, so I was good to go. So basically I'll repeat the step for all of the 16 individual pillars of the stand right up until I am done, and then I'll just go over whatever I feel like needs like a complete spraying again with parts that are not sprayed. So on this clip, I am moving over to the dividers of the storage stand. As you can see, I first wipe down whatever dust is on the stand so that the spray can stick onto the material, right? So yeah, as I said, I decided to go with the more metallic yellow gold. And yeah, so I just repeat the same step with this one as well. I spray around the parameters of the stand where it will actually show, right? Also, because I don't have two sprays anymore and only have one, I do have to try and use it as sparingly as I can, right? So yeah, this is what I'll be doing in this clip. So because I have such a small balcony space, I had to figure out what I was going to do with these ones. I have spray paint them, so I decided to put a black bag on the floor and then just place them there while I was busy with the others. So this one right here is the one that is the divider that goes at the top of the storage. So I wanted to just only spray paint the part that will show, if that makes sense. So hence you see the brown part is sellotape that I have stuck around the perimeter of the space that I do not want to spray paint. And then also, just to save time, I put plastic over that so it also seals that space and it's not spray painted at all. So here is, that's just what I'm doing here. I am just closing off that spot so that when I spray paint the top part, that is left out. Right, so now moving on to the handles, right? I wanted the handles as well to be gold, as they will also be showing. So I am just asking my gracious assistant to remove the handles for me because they were starting to hurt my nails, right? So yeah, you might need help with these if you do have long nails. So yeah, I'm just wiping them down before I spray them with the spray paint as well. So now we are done spray painting our visible parts, right? And I had a bit of an oopsie here. My glove was broken and I sprayed onto my nail. But all right, so you see there are all of my parts that are sprayed, and I'm just going to leave them to dry while I move on to the actual shelves. So here I am going to move on to sticking the self-adhesive sticky paper. I was a bit disappointed with the quality of the paper. It wasn't what I had expected. But I can promise you by the time it was done, I was actually quite happy though. I wasn't as disappointed as I was before because I thought, like at first glance, it looked like a papery material, but when I was working with it, I could see that it's actually plastic, which is easy to work with. You can wipe when it's dirty and all of that. Yeah, so I must tell you guys, this was the most challenging part for me. Not this one specifically, but the one where I had to stick. I'll show you. I'll show you when I get there. Right, so what I'm covering right now is the lid that goes on top of the storage unit. This one is quite easy to work with because number one, the contact paper is not the stickiness of the contact paper does not leave residue. So whenever there's bubbles and so forth, as you can see, this is a gift card that I'm using just to make sure that the paper sticks down. So if I do notice that there are bubbles which are stubborn, I can just lift it up and do it again. It does not hinder the adhesiveness of the paper, which is what I was very happy with. So to make it a bit easier to work with, right, I would suggest that you first measure the paper before you actually stick it onto whatever part you'll be working with, right? Because you see that whole part, if it didn't fit onto the lid, it actually ended up not fitting, so it was a waste, right? So that whole paper ended up being a waste because I didn't first measure that, right? So learn from my mistakes, do as I say, not as I do. So here I'm just using a cutter. Remember in the beginning of the video I told you guys that I didn't have a cutter, but I ended up finding one. So here I'm just cutting off all the excess paper that are at the ends, because I somehow could not like fold it neatly. So yeah, this worked for me. Right, so now I'm just cutting the excess paper that's left around this part that I'm working with, so that I can also fold it again like so. Right, so here as well I'll use my fingers and then I'll go in with the card just to make sure that it sticks in, as well as the cutter again along the edges. All right, so I guess I'm done. I'm not really sure. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'm getting consensus from my right hand man again. All right, so yeah, let's just move over now to the most difficult part of this video, which was sticking this paper onto the curved part of the what do you call these things? The curved part of the drawer. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I guess I learned my lesson from the lid, right? So here I'm just measuring the adhesive paper to the part of the drawer that I want to stick, and I will be cutting the size that it's appropriate. And the struggles begin. Because when I tell you how much I struggled with this part, oh my word. At some point, I was just close to giving up and leaving this thing because it wasn't coming out as perfectly as I wanted to. Like the seamless, application of the paper. Yeah, it was a bit discouraging, if I may be honest. Yeah, so yeah, watch me struggle, basically. So after all that struggle, as you guys can see, the paper came out skew. Yes, it came out skew. So I had to start all over again, right? So yeah. Oh, actually, no, this is where I learned my lesson and started first measuring before I apply the paper. Yeah, it's something I should have done at the beginning, but when you're on a roll, sometimes something slip. This was one of them. Okay, so this is the last draw, right? So by now I've already developed a system of how to do this thing. Yeah, it's my last draw. So through the trial and error of the others, I've more or less figured out what I can do to make the application more smoother and neater, right? It's not as neat as I want it to be, but at least it's better than when I first started. So yeah, watch the improved way of doing this thing. So I am now done. I'm just clipping in the handles that we had spray painted earlier. So guys, as far as the contact paper is concerned, this might be a failed DIY, but honestly it will have to do for now. It will have to do up until I find a trick on how to place it better. I'll do more YouTube video research and stuff, but this will have to do for now. I'll just assemble everything and then show you guys how it looks after. And now to the easiest part of this whole process is assembling this unit. It is quite easy, Shem. The instruction page is useless really because it just tells you what's there, but I mean you can easily assemble this without instructions. So here I'm just clipping on the pillars that we had spray painted, and here I'm just noticing that the spray paint is transferring a bit much, right? So you'll see that going forward I will first wipe the pillars and then continue with the process. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. So you see, once I remove the sellotape, there's absolutely no paint underneath there, which is exactly what I wanted. Guys, it's coming together. I'm so excited. It's coming together. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. We have officially reached the end of the DIY project. I am low-key disappointed. These people on YouTube make this thing seem very easy, but it's not. But I have not given up, right? I might try it again, but I'll do it off camera. I won't do another video on it. I low-key don't like the gold. I feel like it's too gold. I might go for silver or white because my office is gray and white, shades of gray and white. So my storage unit may not be, or may not have come out rather as I hoped it would, or as I had imagined it in my brain. But I must say it's way better than what I'm currently storing my nail products in at the moment. And this is just an old suitcase that I was using, right? And I liked it because it had the wheels, so it was just easy for me to grab and put back whenever I have a client with me. But I feel that this is definitely an upgrade. I don't know what you guys think. Please comment down below, guys, on what you guys think of the unit. Bear in mind that my office or studio is currently gray and white,